What's up, everybody? This is Black Lightning, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be talking about relationships. Yes, abusive relationship, domestic relationship, basically all types of relationships. This is what we're going to talk about. And here, I brought my mama back for us to talk about it. So, we're going to start with, I'll say, abuse. Basically, we just gonna come up with something, and we'll just talk about it. So you go first.
Relationship. Type of relationships. Well, I've been in abusive relationships before. Mental abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse. I've been in all types of abusive relationships. But the abusive relationship was with a guy. You know, normally when a female, she's in a abusive relationship with a guy. You know, that first time he hit you, you'd be like, oh, please forgive me, I ain't gonna do it no more, yada, yada, yada. But I'm telling you, if he hit you once, he'll hit you again, especially if you let him get away with it. So, in my relationship, he hit me once, and kept going on and on and on. He was very jealous, he was very possessive. He didn't want me to wear certain things. It was just very mental. It was, because you always, like I was tiptoeing around, in a relationship, not knowing what to do, when to do, how to speak, when to speak, and he was not doing this thing, but he wanted me to stay at home or whatever. And mind you, he was a good provider. He took care of me, took care of my daughter at the time, but he was just very abusive and possessive. And he said the reason was because he saw his mom go through an abusive relationship. But I feel like, if you're a man and you saw your mom going through an abusive relationship, that ought to make you want to be a better man, so you don't follow in the footsteps and inflict the same type of abuse that on somebody else that you saw your mom go through. I mean, it was a lot. My mom didn't know about it till the end of that relationship. My dad didn't know about it till the end of that relationship. And, anything, with dads, when he found out, he was going hunting and trying to kill the guy. So it was, you have to think about others as well when those type of relationships, because, you have family. And when family know you're going through things like that, they're going to want to retaliate. So you have to also think about yourself, if your children, your family, because you don't want them to get hurt because of something that you could have avoided. You could have just exited the situation. And sometimes it's not really easy to get away, because those men will follow you around. This guy, I was living with my mom at the time. This guy, he would come in my mom's backyard and watch me and all types of things. He was very possessive and abusive. And I remember one time, me and my friend, I had caught him with some other female, and me and my friend had went and visited him where he was living with his mom, and we was trying to leave, and he told me, you better not leave, so we left anyway. But my friend, she left something at his house or something. She was like, Chalk, I have to go back, I got to. I'm like, if we go back, he gonna hurt me. So I told her, I said, well, I'm just gonna drop you off at the end of the road. You walk up there and you walk back down. But when she walked down there, she didn't come back. So I'm like, oh Lord, what done happened? So I went around the other way, and then I pulled up, saw my friend. She was standing at the edge of the road doing like this, flagging down. I'm like, what is going on? Why's she standing there? And the look on her face said it all. So I put it in reverse. I was finna get out there because I knew he had been in them bushes watching her, telling her to flag me down. And when I put that car in reverse, he came out with that sawed-off shotgun, and he shot. And my niece was with me at the time. I screamed, and we all screamed. And he was like, pull it over, pull it over. So I finally got out the car, and he, come here. And then he grabbed me or whatever. And I thought he was going to shoot me. I thought, that was going to be the end of my life. And then my friends, they with me. I would have been responsible for that as well. But it was his own friend, that said, man, come on, don't do that. Don't do that. Just let her go on about her business. So And that's how I got out that situation. That was one of many situations. Another one was he was going to kill me, then kill himself. You know what I'm saying? And that's another situation. Another situation, he took me to a graveyard and told me, well, this where you gonna be. Showing me well, this where you gonna be. And basically he was dragging me by my hair through the graveyard, and I was kicking and screaming, trying to get anybody to hear me. And but he was like, okay, just be quiet. So he didn't want me to scream because he didn't want to hear me. But there's just many situations that I, in that abusive relationship that I've been in. But I've been in, also you can have verbal abuse with men. They might not even be putting their hands on you, but verbal abuse is a lot, especially if that man's calling you out your name and just downing you and, making your self-esteem be low, especially if you grew up and your self-esteem was already low. You just, it makes you feel worse. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, when it's like that, it makes you have a suicidal spirit. It wants you to commit suicide because you feel like, okay, well, if this person that says they love me with all they have and I love them, this person don't love me, I must not be, I must not be anything. So I might as well just, take myself out. You get thoughts like that, get the plan in your mind, but you have to know that before you even get in those types of relationships, you have to know the type of woman you are. And men, because men be in abusive relationships as well, because women can do it too. So just know who you are, know that you are worth more than what that person is putting you through. And don't take it. Talk to somebody, get some help, it's something. Because nobody deserves to be hurt. Nobody deserves to be called out their name. Nobody deserves to be cheated on or anything like that, especially if that person is saying, I love you. Love don't hurt, for one. Love don't hurt. It doesn't. And if that person said they love you and they hurting you, that's not love. Trust me, it ain't love. But yeah, but I mean, even though I went through all what I went through, I won't take it back. Because it made me the type of woman that I am today. It built me up and it strengthened me. And I look at life as that when you go through situations like that, it's to help someone else to get through, what I went through. So I won't take none of it back because it has made me a stronger woman, a woman of God, and just, who I am today. And I just thank God for it. But yeah, don't stay in those type of relationships. Yes, I don't care if you're married to them. Whatever. Get your children out of that, because what your children see, that's what they're gonna feel like is okay. And so when I know my oldest son here, he seen me go through a lot of that. And I remember one time he was trying to help me fight, and the guy was like, man, get your son. He felt like him. I think he was maybe about 4. He was about 4 years old. And he was biting the guy on the leg, trying to help mama. So you have to think of that. He didn't hit him. He just pulled him off him, telling my man, get your son or whatever, And so you got to think about stuff like that, especially when you have boys. So they're going to try to help you. I don't care how little, small they is. But, yeah, just relationships is something. There's all type of relationships these days. They just, especially these days, I ain't never seen nothing like it. They have some of everything. 3-way relationships. Three-way relationship. Whether it be 2 women and 1 man. And it's just crazy these days. I don't understand it, Mm-hmm. Well, I ain't gonna say I don't understand, but I kind of do, because, like, when I was, younger, everything my mama said to me, I was like, oh, she don't know that. She old-fashioned. So, but I've grown up and I see what she's talking about. And my kids probably saying the same thing. Well, mama don't know nothing. I'm trying to listen to what she's saying. And they're going to say they're going to grow up and see what I was talking about is true. And they're going to be saying, they children going to be saying the same thing. Oh, daddy, you don't know what you're talking about. And then the cycle goes on. But, it is what it is. Relationships and so serious, baby. I ain't in one right now.
No dating site.
Well, single.
I'll say that you heard her story. No, this ain't no dating site. There ain't no things. Like,
I'm saying.
well, I'm gonna talk about my little situations. I haven't really been in an abusive. Well, I have, but I have been in like a mental unstable relationship to the point where it put me in like a bad state of mind to where this girl basically she said, if you love me, you'll buy anything for me.
Oh no, girl,
you'll
no.
do all this. You'll do this for me. You'll let me be friends with my exes. I was like,
she wants you to do what? Be friends with her ex?
Yeah, she wanted to be friends with her
ex.
ex.
She trying to trick you out.
And I basically was like, okay, cool.
Okay.
I ain't know.
Okay. I
didn't know
what I ain't know how a relationship should go. Basically, this was a little start of it.
Bombastic side eye, criminal offensive side eye.
And basically,
she trying to make you a fool.
Yeah, basically, I ain't gonna lie, I was a fool for even going for it. And then next thing you know, I had walked in on her, and then the dude, she cheating on me. Don't get me wrong, I had a mindset to where I wanted to really take him out, but I said,
for what? It's her fault.
But I said,
look, let me tell y'all something. When y'all catch y'all significant other cheat, don't go to the man or woman that they cheating on with. You go to that person the one you in the relationship with, because that man or that woman can't do no more than your partner allowed them to do. So don't be trying to go to that man or woman trying to beat him up. He wouldn't be in that bed if that woman don't allow him to be in that bed. No ma'am. No ma'am. I don't like abuse, but you should have just grabbed little Ling Ling or whoever she was. Grabbed her up. Who house she was at? You live with her? Whatever.
She was chilling with me.
Well, chilling with you where?
When I was in college.
Well, you should have dragged little Ling Ling. Come on, it's time for you to wait. Okay, hold up. When you was in college and you caught her in the bed, where?
In my bed, cheating on. Yeah, in my bed, cheating on me with the dude. Well,
in your room?
Bed, yeah.
You should have grabbed her Ling Ling by her feet. You ain't got it. A man can technically remove a woman without trying to hurt her. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, yeah, hit her door. And if she didn't left, you should have called the police. You got to get up out of here. Time to go. Goodbye. Love don't live here no more. There you go, bro. Hell with you.
So I told
but
her.
then he wasn't a man because he's sleeping with her in your bed. So she wasn't enough for her to even take her to no hotel room. He was so cheap to take her and put her in your bed. Child, please look, no.
I would say.
See, that's where it's going.
I would say.
Go back to mom. That's what happens. You know, when you fornicate, I gotta get back there.
Listen,
I ain't been saying it all my life. So that's what happens when you fornicate. When you supposed to be married before all that type of stuff go on. It'll eliminate all that stuff right there. There you go.
Just listen. So more after that story, I told her basically to get out. Told him to get out of my house. I washed my sheets and went about my day. Next thing, just listen before you
sheets would have been burnt, honey.
Yeah, before anything, just listen.
No
Listen. So she came back to my little house. Let's call it my house.
Room,
yeah, basically.
No, it was an apartment.
Yeah, basically, she came to the house to apologize. Like my mom always told me,
what
you
forget. What?
You forgive, but don't forget. So I forgave, and she was like, "Can we get back together?" And I was like, "No, we can't do that." Because I saw her. It was crazy about the whole thing when she came to apologize. I saw the dude outside in his car. She ride with him. I said, you really think I'm a fool? I see this guy just standing there. So I ain't say nothing. He looked at me, thought it was funny. I said, dude, you know I can hurt you, but you ain't worth the time now. But like I said, I've been to the point where when it was really mental for me. I was in a state of depression for a little while, but I let it go because I just told myself I need to focus on myself, focus on my career, focus on my life, and basically just focus on everything I got going on. But I've been in mental bad relationships to the point where even she basically said we should have a little three-way. I said I was looking like what the world. But that's my little story.
No comment. Yeah, but relationships are mental, though. It begins to mess with you. You know, like I said before, you be thinking something wrong with you. You know, why did that person cheat on me? Why wasn't I enough? You know what I'm saying? Then you start reevaluating. And then another thing, you start comparing yourself to the person that they cheated on you with. Because you believe, I mean, especially like if I'm a heavy-set woman, you know, and back in the day, you know, we wasn't in style. We in style. But we wasn't in style back then. Everybody wanted a little skinny girl, whatever. I've been a thick girl all my life. But, you know, especially if you're a thicker woman and your husband or your boyfriend, whatever, cheated on you with a smaller woman, you'll start starving yourself. Because I've done it. You'll start starving yourself. You won't be eating or anything like that. But, you know, you have to know who you are before you get in these relationships. Because you don't need one woman, you don't need no man to validate who you are. And vice versa for the men, too. You have to know that you're a boss. You have to know that you're a king. You have to know that you are a queen. And don't let anybody tell you anything different. If that man cheat on you or whatever, or that woman cheat on you, just baby, your loss. Moving on to the next. God got greater for me. On up the road. I'll holler at you. And then I promise you, on down the line, they might see you later and be like, hey, Chaka, how you doing? I'll be like, hey, how you doing? What's your name again? That's how you run that. Who? You don't remember me? No. Tell me what's your name again? I'm such. Oh, that's you. And I'm telling you, they be looking horrible and you be looking at yourself like, what was I thinking? Baby, no ma'am. Know who you are. Know who you are. These relationships, don't let them make you or break you. When you get in them, know who you are. That's it. Know that you're beautiful and wonderfully made women. And we have to stop downing ourselves or whatever. We have to know that we cute. My mom used to always tell me, know, Chaka, you beautiful. Because I had low self-esteem growing up. And I just thought I was the ugliest thing in the world. And she was like, baby, you're beautiful, you're beautiful. And for a long time when men would tell me that, I wouldn't believe them because I thought I was ugly. Because I've been in a relationship with men, you know, down me and told me that I was ugly or I wasn't enough.
Well, I would say basically, how can I put this? The video's coming to a close anyway. But I'm gonna say this. Men, right now, y'all need to focus on yourselves and focus on your grind. Basically, trying to get your life together, get your career going. Basically, just have. Then you don't know. You might find a girl that basically gonna be in your career field, or it's probably that friend that you always thought it was, and y'all just cool with each other. And she basically just sitting there all quiet and all, not doing it. But yeah, this is basically how guys in relationship are and how women are in relationship are. Women and men, y'all are kings and queens. So basically, just y'all focus on yourselves first and get up there. Do you got anything to say?
That's right. Know who you are. Men, get yourself together before y'all approach these women. Because these women these days, we're more independent. But if the right man come along, we don't mind submitting, especially if he's your husband, you submit to him. We don't mind standing back and let that man be a man. But you have to really be a man to want to try to lead another woman. You have to be a provider. Provider back in the day, my dad, he took care of my mom. He provided, he built this house. He took care of her. She rode in the nicest cars and everything. And vice versa, women, prepare yourself for that man that's coming. You don't go looking for the man. Let the man find you. Because you go looking for something, you're going to find something. You're going to find you a bow, but he going to be that AZ, okay? So, get yourself together. Prepare yourself. Know who you are, your mindset. And number one thing, when you have been in an abusive relationship or anything abusive relationship, don't just hop in another one. I did that. And cause when you jump from an abusive relationship, then you get someone that treats you nice and everything like that, but you making that man suffer for what this other one has done to you. And what I mean by that is you're not right in the head. You know what I'm saying? You want to argue all the time. You're being mean to that man because of what this man has done. And this man's trying to treat you like a queen. Want to marry you, but because of what you endured, you treat him bad. So heal before you jump into something else, because you don't want to just hurt somebody else because of what you've done. And if you don't know how to heal, go get some help. Talk to a counselor, somebody. Get spiritual counselor, your pastor, your first lady. Get somebody that can help you, that's been through what you've been through, because there's always somebody out there that's been through what you have been through. And that's all I got for you. I already know that's who you are, because I know I'm a baddie. Nah, for real though. This don't look like my oldest son, dude. I got 3 children, baby. I'm 44 years old. We look like brothers and sisters.
Look, I'm going to say this. Heal first.
Yeah.
Stay blessed. We're out.
Heal.
Peace. What's up, everybody? This is Black Light.
What's up, everybody? It's Black Night. If you ever get it together,
Wait a minute.
and we can get this video started, because I'm ready to get it started and done.
Wait, stop. What's up, everybody? This is Black Lightning. Welcome.
Now, y'all know who did that. Come on, man. Y'all.